This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast.
Yes.
Boom, 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 boom,
Meow, 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 pew.
Patooey! Spittoon!
Spittoons are so funny.
They're very gross.
There's how gross that it was like, hey, we got to have a spot for all these weird prospectors and cowboys to just spit tobacco.
I'm sure it was a necessary thing to have it make a big sound so that they could brag, or else they would just spit it everywhere.
Ew.
Do you know that's why like gum is not allowed at Disney? Any Disney property, they don't sell gum. It's allowed in that you could bring it in. They're not going to confiscate it, but they don't sell gum on any Disney property.
You know, in the Amsterdam airport, I went to go buy gum, and the woman working there, she's like, "Oh, we don't sell that." She's like, "No airports in Europe do." Because it's so, like, because people just leave it wherever and stuff. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
Oh my God. But also, yeah, that's so gross.
Yeah, Walt said he did not want people to be stepping in gum all over his kingdom. So, no gum.
No gum. Get the hell out of here, gum.
No gum. Very helpful to have on airplanes for your ears.
You got it. I had a lot of Mentos on that flight. I'm just like, boom.
Mentos better.
Once you, vision full of life.
Now, did it burn a hole in your stomach having all that minty sugar?
I don't think so. I'm doing okay. But
blow right through ya.
Blast right through ya with all that minty sugar. Speaking of blowing a stomach.
Oh, yes. Thank you for this. This is a perfect segue about...
Perfect segue. Our dear, dear friend, Mark Rennie, who has been on the show.
He's been on the show. He is the funniest person.
The funniest, the nicest, just
he's
the best dude around. Has had a really awful beginning of the new year and end of the last year.
Yeah, he's been in the hospital for almost a month now.
Yeah.
He got a very rare condition called toxic megacolon.
Which we know, it sounds cool, but it's not.
Well, yes.
Toxic megacolon.
It does sound like a villain, though. And it was...
That's true.
It was a villain to his body. So he has been in the hospital for a very long time. As of recording, is still there. But hopefully by the time this comes out on Tuesday, he will be out.
Yeah, hopefully he's home.
And he got laid off. His company, after 4 years of working there while he was in the hospital, they laid off, I think, his entire department.
Yes.
So he won't be able to work for a while, and he has to find a new job. So there's a GoFundMe. If anyone is able to help him, he will definitely need it so that he can continue. This
is going to be a very long recovery.
Yes, and he definitely needs to get insurance on his own now because that is a huge thing. Our medical system is really fucked, as you might know.
And our corporations are pretty fucked as well, where they're more than happy. Like, we know you're even in the hospital and we're not going to let you have your insurance still.
Barely sorry about it. So I'm going to link his GoFundMe in the show notes. I feel like it's just a terrible situation that if any of us found ourselves in, I hope that we could have help. So even if also go check out his podcast. I don't know when they'll have new episodes, but You can go check
Two
out
Old Queens.
Two Old Queens. They're searching for the gayest movie of all times. It is
And
super fun.
It's so Marcy and I have both been on it a couple of times, and they have the funny, like a really incredible and funny way, like system,
Ranking,
like mathematical rating system for figuring out what the gayest movie of all time is.
Yeah. It is. Yep. They are so funny. And I've known John Flynn for my entire like UCB career. But Mark is the best, and he needs help, and he's truly poor little thing. He's so weak right now that we need to get him back up on his feet so he can get back to making everyone across the land laugh.
Yeah, selfishly, I'm like, get better.
You were the
Even
most
though I will
fun.
say, he's been making me laugh every time I visited him in the hospital.
He still is, and also when I visited him, you could tell all the hospital staff and nurses.
Yes,
they all were laughing. You could tell they loved him.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm gonna
love Mark. So yeah, if any amount is awesome.
Yeah.
We also fully understand. Like, it's tough times.
Forever. But I mean, it sucks to be like, oh, I'm very, very ill with now an ongoing thing that I have to take care of forever, and I have to find a new job.
And
fun.
I have to find a new job.
Cool.
Oh man.
So
wow.
Let's throw him some help if we can. I'm gonna link it in the notes. So we love Mark Rennie so much. Even if he doesn't believe in ghosts. So
yeah. We'll get him. Maybe after this experience, he will.
Yeah, maybe he's been haunted in the hospital. I will say it's a shame. I think we have had him back on the show, because the first time we had him, we recorded it at UCB Sunset, and the sound quality sucked so bad. Because it was echoey in there, so it was just a terrible sound.
Right. I forgot we did that for a hot second.
What a bad idea. We didn't know about podcasting.
We didn't know anything.
We're
back
stupid.
Then. Wow.
But
now we sound beautiful.
I think it's a lot better, at least, considering that I never chose to learn any more about editing after we started.
Dude, you're killing it.
Thank
you're
you.
Killing
I
it.
hope it's dead. So I think we should just get right the fuck into it and get to some listener stories.
Yes.
Betsy's been going back and forth with work, so we've been having some issues
scheduling wise.
But we're making it happen.
But hey, listener stories are so fun.
Yes, honestly, and keep sending them to us, since we're going through them, and let's see. Some of these are older, but so I bounce back and forth in time based on how long things are sometimes. So
yes.
But we're getting up to current day. So I'm going to read one.
Okay.
And it is called Psychic Connection with a Patient, which is sort of crazy because we're talking about our friend Mark being a patient, and that was not planned.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh.
Synchronicities, man.
Synchronicity. Okay. I work in home health care, and sometimes I care for patients who are fairly stable but needing help still. I had a patient who was fairly young, around 35, and was paralyzed and had failed kidneys. Despite all this, he had a great sense of humor and always enjoyed appointments with him. Oh,
hey, that's nice.
It's like our friend. One day, I was sitting in my car writing my notes for appointments from that day when the strangest sensation passed over me. It was similar to that jolt you get when you've nodded off and then come away quickly.
Yes.
The sun was shining on my right arm, and when this jolt happened, the sensation went from pleasant warmth to uncomfortable heat and almost pain. I rubbed my arm and tried to shake off the weirdness. About 30 minutes later, I was waiting at a red light when another sensation came over me. I could only explain it as sorry, am I burping? I can only explain it like burp. I can only explain it like the existential crisis that happens with a panic attack. I remember having thoughts like, where am I? What's going on? And feeling like the world / my life was at an end. This freaked me out, but I've had panic attacks before, so I breathed through it and it passed quickly with no explanation. The next day I learned that my patient had passed away while at dialysis. Oh, practically out of the blue. The arm that they put the IV in for dialysis was always his right arm, and he passed around the same time. I had these feelings. I've been told I have psychic abilities, but I don't purposely tap into them. So I guess my connection with this patient opened up a channel. It was very weird and not entirely pleasant. Anyways, that's the story. Love the podcast. Keep up the good work, Shay. Oh, wow.
Whoa, Shay.
I bet in that line of work, you wouldn't necessarily want to open up your psychic connection
Not
too
one
much.
Bit.
Yeah.
I feel any line of work, you'd be a little like, I don't need
no thanks. No thanks.
No thanks. Wow.
Wow, that's rough. Bark, bark. I'm a dog. That's
Man,
rough.
it is so, and we talk about this. I'm just like, I feel every feeling I would have then would be like, what's happening? What's happening to somebody else? You know, like every moment of like that feeling of just like, you know, if you had psychic abilities to be like every little thing, I'd be like, ah, crap. Well, what's happening now to not me, but somebody else?
I mean, that is why on the show Medium, she drinks every night. She just keeps drinking until she kind of like fogs it out, basically.
Dull it down, dude.
She said, I'm going to get so drunk that I think the pink elephant in the room is just me drinking and not from the ghosties.
Is that Jennifer Love Hewitt?
That's the Ghost Whisperer. Patricia Arquette is in Medium.
Patricia Arquette is Medium.
Based on housewife friend of Alison Dubois from the Dinner Party from Hell.
Right. Okay.
Who seems like a medium because she seems a little mean. Good friends of Camille Grammer.
How funny if that's how she had. I'm a medium.
I'm a medium.
I'm mean and I'm a medium. I'm going to roast you from the other side.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you that your husband will never emotionally fulfill you.
Wow.
Then when Kyle and Mauricio did separate, she was like, see, told you so.
I like that.
It took 11 years, but I told you so.
But I told you. I fucking told you. Wow.
Fucking told you, dumb bitch.
Okay, I have one.
Yes.
Shall I read it?
Shall you
This
please?
one's called Haunted Hotel.
Classic.
Hello, Marcy and Betsy. My name is Daniel, and I'm a new listener to your podcast. I absolutely love you both and your show. You both are hilarious.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, I wanted to share one of my paranormal experiences with you. So, this takes place right at the beginning of the pandemic lockdown around April of 2020. Boo.
Yeah, we hated that time.
We hated it. I work overnight at a hotel here in North County, San Diego. On our property, there are 2 hotels, and we are owned by the same owners, and we share the courtyard. Now, during that time, my hotel was shut down due to the pandemic, but the other hotel remained open, and any reservations that came to my hotel would be transferred to our sister property. Now, the lights were all turned off at my property except for the lobby lights, as that's where I would spend most of the night. But periodically, I would take my flashlight and go up the elevator and check our fire exits, stairwells, just in case anyone tried to hide or sneak in. Oh, that's spooky. That's spooky.
Also, like to be like, I guess I'm security?
Yes, right? I guess I take care of everything? Okay. One night, as I was up on the 3rd floor, as I came out of the elevator, now all the floors are dark as the lights were turned off, I step out of the elevator and I heard someone call my name from the end of the hall by the fire exit. My first thought is, okay, the other night person from the other hotel is pulling some kind of jump scare. So I walk down the hallway laughing and saying that his joke isn't going to work. I've already figured him out. I get to the end of the hall, check the fire exit. No one is there. As I'm processing that no one is there, I hear someone call my name from the elevator area. Oh my God. Now, there is no way humanly possible for someone to get from one end of the hall, down the stairs, around the front to the lobby, and into an elevator and up to the 3rd floor that fast. I walked back to the elevator area, and there's no one there. As I'm about to check the second hallway, I hear what sounds like a group of people running at me from the opposite end. I point my flashlight down the hall. The running sound stopped.
Ew.
And there is no one in the hallway. This is fucking me up. This is good. All the doors are closed and unlocked. The only way to get in a room is for me to make you a key at the front desk. I get back to the front desk and the phone is ringing. I answer the phone and it's the other night person asking me if I had just called him. I just got chills. I told him that I just got back from checking the 3rd floor. He hangs up and ran across the courtyard to tell me that he just received a call from me to help check the fire exits.
What? Oh.
That's one of my many paranormal experiences. I didn't shit my pants, but got pretty close. Thank you so much. Keep up the excellent work. Stay spooky and don't shit your pants, Daniel. That is incredible.
The reason why that is so scary is because it was trying to lure multiple of them.
Yes.
Ugh.
That is so fucking creepy. That should be a little short. That is so good.
To like call your coworker too. Oh, I have like chills right now. Ugh.
I have so many chills. That like really, hey, that woke me up, man. That woke me up. Spooky time.
Also,
wow.
My other big question is, same owners sharing a courtyard. Why isn't it just one hotel?
Yeah, just make it all the same hotel.
And just,
I don't know,
have it themed wings. You'd be like, this one is themed.
Yeah, this one's more funky. Like this one, it'll be hard to find the shower in. You know, one of those fancy, like funky fancy where you're like, where is the bathroom?
Like even at like Caesars, they have different towers and they're different like levels of like whatever. They're all probably the same, but that is my bigger question. Why was that? One, why did that ghost try to lure you? And two, why not just one hotel name? Why do they have to be two different systems if they're owned by the same people and share a courtyard?
I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know.
The questions.
Yeah. Really good questions asked by Marcy. Daniel, we need answers stat.
Corporate, we need comfort, and Days in, we need answers quick.
We need to know what the difference is between you two. Maybe one had more like kitchenettes.
I want to know like what is Marriott's chain? Marriott chains. Is it Courtyard by Marriott and Marriott?
Oh, because Marriott's, are those fancier than Courtyard by Marriott's? Or
yes.
what?
Yes, they are.
Yes. Okay.
God bless. So. God bless. They are.
Okay.
They have homes and villas by. They got apartments. Okay. Here's the chains. Let me tell you what. I'm going to shock you with who is part of Marriott.
Marriott. Oh my God. It's
okay.
Super 8.
Well, we have City Express, never heard of it. We have Aloft, never heard of it. We have
Aloft. I've stayed in some Alofts. They're funky.
Okay, funky like cool or funky stinky?
Funky, cool, and stinky. Funky where it's like, hey, you two are gonna share a hotel room. Get ready, cause the bathroom door is a curtain that's kind of see through, and there's no fan. You know, one of those where like, I stayed at Alof's with Mono, where it was a lot of like, hey, I'm gonna go take a shit, turn the TV on loud, and I'll start the shower.
Okay.
You know, like one of those where it's like,
okay,
there's no privacy.
So, okay, we have a Spring Hill Suites. Ever stay there? I think I have.
No.
Yeah. West End, which is a decent.
Oh,
that's
yes.
a decent. Bulgari hotels and resorts, and then shocker, the Ritz Carlton.
That's Marriott. These are all Marriotts.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Huh.
It's like how
Ritz.
Hilton has like a whole.
Yeah.
Conglomerates, baby.
So maybe that's what's going on. Maybe it is a like.
Honestly, it's haunted by corporate America.
Dude, everything's haunted by corporate America.
Evil, nasty ghosts trying to get you.
Ugh.
That's haunted America. Haunted corporate America. Haunted America. All right, I'm gonna stop talking about capitalism and play this is a listener story that comes in 2 parts, so maybe we'll break it up if it makes sense.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna give it to you. Boo-boo.
Hell yeah. Boo-boo.
So before you listen to my actual clip, a little more definition, because I don't think I explained chaos theory very well in my actual little story. But basically, it's almost the same thing as the butterfly effect, where like one butterfly flapping its wings can change all of history. So that's like the thing, like the one event can cause a ripple effect through all of time, and all of those things are chaotic. So there's no like, the only laws that exist in the universe are like Newton's laws, and even then those are only subjective to what we are able to understand, because there's like the 4th dimension and stuff, and we don't even know what that is, so we can only describe them with our words. There aren't even words for things that it probably exist that we can't even comprehend. So that's kind of what I mean. Chaos theory. It's kind of like the butterfly effect, where just like, if you picture the universe ever since the Big Bang as just being a sequence of random ass code that leads to other things. Because it also is crazy just to think about when you really start to see history repeating itself all the time. It's just packaged differently. Like how we see they used to be homophobic towards just gay people, and now they're being transphobic towards trans people. Or the AI thing, while I do see it, I do see how capitalism ruins all that stuff. But there were people that were against the calculator when it came out, because there were mathematicians that were going to lose their jobs. And I don't think creative people should lose their jobs. But like, if it weren't for capitalism, we could just advance and the whole job thing wouldn't even fucking matter. That's the other part that pisses me off, that makes me all existential and think about this stuff all the time. Because, again, y'all could just write if it wasn't about the money. But you deserve to be paid, so you got strikes and shit. And you wouldn't want AI to write your stories because people want to express themselves. Like, yeah. That's all. Okay, that has nothing to do with the next clip, so if you put this on, I'm so sorry. I also recorded the next clip in my car, and it sounds really bad, so I'm sorry for that too. It was a clumsy day, you have to forgive me.
Hi Marcy, hi Betsy. I am calling in because I was listening to your Kiki Anderson, I think that was her name, episode this week, and you guys were talking about kind of the meaning of life, and like kind of how you understand humans or the universe, which I love talking about, especially in tandem with the supernatural stuff. But basically, I wanted to explain my own woo-woo theories about how the world works and souls and things like that. But I have a few disclaimers. First of all, I'm autistic, and I feel personally, one of my hypersensitivities, I feel like I can feel my brain working. So like the different parts of my areas of my brain that are lighting up, I feel like I can feel that stimulation. So when you look at brains that are autistic or non-autistic, the neural pathways and the neurons firing are firing more often and more ridiculously in the autistic brain than the neurotypical brain. So, like, it's really funny, actually, because after I got diagnosed and treated for my ADHD, I became more autistic. Point is, the neurotransmitter type thing is part of the deal. Second of all, there was a documentary that came out on Netflix called Our Universe, that really just goes into Morgan Freeman telling you that the Earth feeds the plants, and the plants feed these animals, and these animals feed these animals, and how everything is just energy converting into other energy. Because, I mean, we eat food to like, get energy to do our stuff, and then we get eaten by maggots that are also eating, you know, it's just like energy circulating through, and how that's been happening since the Big Bang. So you combine the Big Bang with the concept that we are all the universe experiencing itself, with the idea of chaos theory, which is kind of like, there's a Stanford professor that kind of explains human behavior and talks about this and says that it either like infuriates people or solves their life problems, because it's kind of like the concept of no science except for like the law of gravity is 100% provable. If anything, we just can have very accurate predictions, but predictions still of what could happen. But there's a lot of variables still. There's not anything in this universe that you can isolate out of all elements, you know, in order to test that. That's why I think psychology is kind of a pseudoscience, or that's why they call it that, because you can't actually test those things, because it would be inhumane very quickly. Anyways, so we're all the universe experiencing itself, and I believe that in that experience, it's all this like energy from the Big Bang, like moving and expanding ever so in these little like mathematical problems that are you going to work today, if that makes sense. Because your body does the same thing of like having these systems to get it moving, and even the thought of having to be alive is kind of like, the craziest part of the Robert Spolansky lectures, I think this will make more sense, is that if you think about your body being dead, your body starts to freak out. Like if you picture your lips getting cold and like your body gets cold, your like heart will start to race because your body is reacting to your mind, right? So I feel like our soul, again, sorry this is all over the place, but I feel like our souls are the energy that fires, like the energy that moves through our body that also like fires those neurotransmitters. And while I do think those can like go off in their chaos theory, like whatever patterns, I think our souls do have the ability to like shift things in one direction or another. Because it's also a big philosophical question of, is free will even exist? If you're a person that believes that everything has a plan, or that God has a plan, or that everything is chaos. But I don't like to believe that. I like to believe that humans have the ability to like grow if they really want to, but I think a lot of people that are so unhappy with their lives are so detached from who they are. They're in survival mode and they don't even realize it. So they almost seem soulless. They're fully operating from their body's reactions instead of what they think. You know what I mean? Like they're not operating from their mind on acid. But then you just think about the universe expanding and then sacred geometry, and it just all comes together. I'm sorry if I sound crazy, but I love this shit. And the universe is insane, and I think science sometimes makes people think that we have everything figured out. But good scientists know that we don't have everything figured out. So why are people all out here acting like we got everything figured out? We just have good guesses. And those guesses consistently get improved, but they're still all guesses. That's it. Have a good day. You guys are the best. Shoot your pants. Bye.
Shit.
What's great about that is it's not the classic kind of ghost story, but it is scary in a lot of ways to start thinking.
It is so wild to really start thinking about everything. It's a big like, oh man, like fun, but also like can really fuck me up a little bit.
Yeah, especially the part about, let's imagine your dead body with your cold blue lips. No!
Oh, that bummed me out. I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
I don't want to think about my cold blue lips. No.
I want to think about my warm,
thick hips. Your
my
Betty
warm, thick hips.
Yeah, your Betty Boop style hips and curves.
It is nuts to think about. It's just so much like my brain can't handle it.
Yes, absolutely. Like and it's true that we don't like science can only explain what science understands in this.
Yes.
You know, I will say, as someone who loves my psychiatrist and my therapist, I do believe in psychology. But there's always opportunity for advancement and understanding it. Same like with medical, like with anything medical.
Yes.
So, but a big thinking thoughts. Big thinking thoughts.
Big thinking thoughts, dude. Oh,
Big old thoughts.
Tiggle bitty thoughts, man.
Tiggle bitty thoughts.
Okay.
You motorboating them
motorboating
thoughts.
those thoughts, baby.
Ooh,
Marcy. We're so on the same page, man.
You and I, our chaos theory is it's working. It's
working.
It is some chaos that is bumping and grinding. I don't know what that is about. Okay.
Bumping and grinding.
Okay, I'm going to read a listener story, and it says, did you hear that? That's the subject. That's a scary subject.
Okay.
That's a scary subject.
That's too scary.
Okay. Hello, Marcy and Betsy. I would prefer you not use my name. You can call me Jessica if you'd like. Pronouns are she, her, for the sake of normalizing pronouns. Okay.
All right. Jessica.
I love your podcast and all things spooky. I really enjoy the listener's story episodes and your insights on those stories. Well, you're in luck because that's what this is.
Here we go.
So I'd like to share a couple of spooky little things that have happened to me. To set the scene, I stare at a computer for nearly 9 hours a day in a very quiet office, and my eyes get so tired.
I bet.
That's rough.
Yeah, that's really hard. I've had days like that, just days where it's like, man, I have just been looking at my computer screen all day long, and you feel your eyes are just like, please.
Yeah.
Please let me look at anything else.
Even just being like in a writer's room and to be there for about like 12 hours a day is like very tiring. Just looking at like a big TV that's all white with words.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Oh, and the eyes get so tired. And fine. I'll admit and sometimes fine, I'll admit they close.
Yes. Oh my God.
Please don't tell my boss. I work in a cubicle with high walls facing into a corner, so it's not uncommon for me to see or hear someone walk up behind me. There are other people who work here, of course, but it's a lot of independent work, and we mostly keep our heads down and focus on our work. It's an introvert's dream. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Anyway, I'm sitting at my desk here at work, listening to a listener's episode. My eyes had closed for a very brief second when I hear a very loud psst in my ear. I snapped up and looked around, and no one was around. No one had pssed me. Was someone trying to keep me out of trouble? All the independent work means that I handle specific things that my colleagues ask me about. I'm sometimes focused on work and listening to you two hilarious ladies that I don't hear when someone calls my name. But sometimes I'll hear someone call my name and someone really was trying to get my attention. Sometimes I'll hear my name and no one is around.
Whoa.
Actual nasty, you know what I mean?
Nasty.
Hey, actually nasty.
Actually, that's real nasty.
On the sad and spooky but sweet note, my best bud for 12 and a half years, my cuddle buddy for life, my sweet little pup Evan had to be put to rest this past April due to kidney failure.
Oh, buddy.
Why do they gotta do that? Why is our babies die? Our furry babies.
Come on.
I honestly have not been the same since. I think about him every day. One day after a long week of work, I laid face down on the couch to take a little nap when very clearly I heard his very distinct bark as if he were right next to me, barking at me to pick him up and put him on the couch with me. It was hard to nap after that, but I managed. Then another day, a few weeks later, I was having a particularly hard day. I sat on the couch and stared at a picture I had of my pup, wishing that I was able to just put my hand down by my side and pet him, where he usually sat next to me.
Oh.
I opened my phone to Facebook, and the first thing I saw was a comic about a dog comforting his owner after he passed away. I'll attach a copy of the comic to this email. Immediately burst into tears. He was telling me he was still with me, and I was so comforted after reading that comic strip. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Lastly, one morning, I left my bedroom to leave for work. Evan was on my mind that morning, and as soon as I walked out of the room, the dining room light had flicked on and then off. It was one of those dimming lights on a sliding switch that my partner had not turned all the way off the night before. So it could have just been a fluke, but if it had been like that all night, why did it happen only the one time?
Yep.
I'm a light sleeper, and I would have woken up if the light had been flickering all night. I often say out loud that he can come show me he's around me anytime he would like. I'd welcome the opportunity to see or hear from him. Early July, I got a portrait tattoo of him right above my knee. So really, it's just like old times when he'd follow me into the bathroom. I still see him every time. That's kind of gross, but really funny at the same time.
That's great.
As I said, I'll attach a picture of the comic that had me in tears, as well as a picture of Evan himself. Thank you so much for all you two do. I always have so much fun listening. Take care, stay spooky, Jessica. I sent the comic to you. It's very sweet.
Look at Evan.
Yes.
Evan is a very fun name. A very funny name for a dog.
I like just straight up business names for dogs. Oh
I
my
do
God.
too.
What a sweet
what
boy.
a cutie. Oh dear Lord.
And then
what?
The sweet, sad comic strip is, I'll post it. Although things have changed, I wish you knew that I'm still right here with you. Oh no, I'll cry forever.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Dogs,
Evan.
don't do it. Don't you guys die, dogs.
Cute. Wow. Oh.
Man.
Yeah. Evan's hanging with you.
I did
Evan's
like
still
that,
there.
but kind of the signs that are sent, as well as, they can be.
Yeah, totally. That's so nice.
Did I tell you about my nightmare that I had about Honey?
I don't think you did.
I honestly think it was a stress dream because I had gone to see our friend Mark, who we spoke about at the top of the show, in the hospital. And I think I was worried. And but I had a dream that Honey screamed in my face, "My stomach feels numb!"
Oh my God. What was the voice like that?
It was,
what was the
very
voice?
shrill, like, "My stomach feels numb."
Feels numb.
I told Mark, and he was like, "Well, my stomach does not feel numb. It feels very bad."
Yeah. Oh, wow.
But it was just funny.
That's so funny.
Watching her scream and then speak in English.
That is wild.
She was
Have
so
you ever
upset.
had your cats talk to you in your dream before?
Never. I've never had anything like
How
that at all. My
weird.
mom told me I
Yeah.
need to tell my therapist about it.
Did you?
No, I was like, I think it's just a stress dream, but it's...
Yeah.
She was just
That
screaming in my face. Maybe she was
is
hungry,
so
though. Maybe it was Honey coming to me in a dream to be like, "Feed
I'm
me."
fucking hungry, dude. That is so funny.
Yeah, little animals. That has nothing
Little
to do with a
animals.
sweet message from beyond, but just something
I
weird.
mean, a hungry message is pretty sweet. you
Hungry,
know?
hungry, honey, hungry.
Hungry,
Oh, wait,
honey.
I saw her ears perked up on the couch. She's like, always.
She's probably like, my stomach is numb.
It's,
Give me some
It's
food.
the only way to cure this numbness is by giving me some food.
Give me some food.
Yeah,
Okay, you ready?
absolutely.
Are you ready, Marcy, for a
Yes.
story called Ghost Child?
I don't know. It could be nasty.
Nasty. I don't like it already. Okay. Excuse me, I had a burp. Okay.
Get it out.
Marcy! Betsy! That's how it's
Yeah.
written. I don't know if the writer's strike is still going by the time you read this.
It's not, thank God.
Thank goodness. But either way, I stand with you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And if it's over, I hope there's been some major progress and stuck it to the man real good.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Thank you so much. You two are fucking awesome. Marcy, there's not many people that share my equal devotion for all things paranormal and 90 Day Fiance. Nicole, here's your pizza really gets me every time, LOL.
I don't remember. Oh my God, I know exactly who you're talking about. Is this very, very shy woman who's like driving around LA because she does Uber Eats, and she's like, here's your pizza.
Wait, a real life lady who's very shy?
Yeah, she's like, that's her job is to do Uber Eat or whatever. And she's like very shy, like always.
That is so cute.
It gets lost driving a lot. That's what that is, I think.
Here's your pizza. That is so funny. You are a queen.
Thank you.
I found this podcast through 90 Day Bay. Betsy, you and I share the same birthday, June 10th, baby.
Is that your birthday?
Yes, it is. Truly, I adore you both. I love hearing updates about the animal babies in your life, and I'm sure I'm not alone in saying that sometimes this podcast is a thing that saves me from being stuck in a shitty mood.
Oh,
it's such a lovely little ritual listening to you, so thank you, heart. Now, let's do this thing. That is so nice. That really makes me fucking happy.
That's why I like to do this then, and to hang out with you. I like to hang out with my friends. That's why I podcast, but...
Yeah. Hey, if we can change the moods a little bit.
Yes.
Hopefully good moods.
Also, I just had to check my calendar that I did have it on that date, and I did. I don't know why I thought it was the 6th. I was wrong.
My birthday?
Yeah, I got it, though. It's in my cal.
God.
I know that. I know that shit.
You think my birthday's 6/6? I'm not almost the devil.
From 1966?
From 1966?
Sick.
Or 2006? Remember I knew The Omen came out on 6/6/06.
Oh, I do remember
I think it
that.
only came out to do that.
Absolutely. That was the only because I don't remember anything else about it.
No, Julia Stiles is in it. It was not very good.
Don't remember that. Okay.
Okay, well, there we go. It didn't work, you guys.
Well,
you hear me?
Now
Hollywood?
It does. It's a resurgence now.
Yeah. Anywho, okay, here we go. Back in 2020, I got a random call from my Uncle Matt, shout out, and it was a surprise invitation to an overnight lock-in at the Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in the town of Weston, West Virginia. Oh my God.
That's a cool uncle.
That's a very cool uncle. Uncle Matt, man.
Uncle Matt.
A lot of my family is from West Virginia. I come from a long line of coal miners, LOL. It was December, so we were visiting family up there for Christmas, yada, yada, yada. And for context, this asylum closed doors in 1994. It was built to house around 300 patients, and by the time it shut down, there were well over 1,000 people crammed in the facility.
Oh my God.
And living in pretty terrible conditions. This is also a place where hundreds of lobotomies were performed. Sad face.
Very sad.
Really.
Face.
So isn't that so wild that we're like, I know how to fix this person who's attracted to the same sex.
Yeah, we'll cut out part of their brain.
Lobotomy. Or I know how to fix this person who has having just different thoughts.
Postpartum depression. I know. Yes. We'll cut out the front of her brain. I think that'll make her a better mother and wife.
This will make her way better. It's so nasty. And that it was happening very recently.
Also, it'd be like being like, oh, I guess if someone has diabetes, I'll just cut out part of their liver, maybe. Or kidneys. I don't know what. Right. I don't know where diabetes laying in the body.
I don't either. But yeah, like, ugh. My experiences that night really surprised me. I fully anticipated experiencing the creepiest and darkest things, but I got something I didn't expect. The main event of this night revolves around a child ghost. Ready for some poopy pants? Yes. We are ready to have some poopy pants. There's a story. Excuse me. I'm honestly so scared right now. There's a story about a little girl named Lily. She's a pretty well-known spirit at the asylum. The story goes, I think this was in the 40s or 50s, but I could be wrong, that her mother was a patient there and actually gave birth to her in the asylum. The mother unfortunately didn't make it and passed away in the asylum. Lily was left behind with no real options outside the asylum, so the staff decided to raise her there where she had her own room on the first floor.
Wait, she's not a cat, is she? You can only do that for a cat or a dog.
I think she's a child, a human child.
That's what I think too, but you don't just like say, oh, I guess we'll keep it. This will be the barn child.
Hey. This has to be 40s or 50s or 30s or
yeah.
Right?
That's bad.
Watch, it's fucking 92 and they're like, ugh. The tour guides mentioned that she probably spent a lot of time with kids in the children's ward, and from most accounts, it seems she was well taken care of there, which is wild to me thinking about her living her entire life in that facility. It is so nuts.
Terrible.
It's so wild. Unfortunately, Lily got really sick around age 9 or 10 and died there. So her room was our last stop of the evening. Ugh. Like I said, it was December in a large facility with no heat, so my tush and toes were numb. Sorry, this is so, but when your butt is so cold, you're like, I could be like pissing my pants right now
and not know it. I honestly, I literally was talking about you to my mom this week about how you are a snow like a snow queen. So I think you've spent so much time in the cold weather, and I just haven't experienced it the same.
That's fair enough. Yeah,
I think because we're talking about because there's a big freeze going on in the South right now.
Right. Yeah.
And so I was like, I think Betsy is like totally fine with that stuff. It doesn't phase her, but for me, whoo,
too nuts. As we entered the room, I noticed dozens and dozens of toys that people had left Lily. They filled the corners of the room, and there were a few things in the middle, like a ball that she's been known to roll at times, and jacks, etc.
I've seen, weirdly, The Conjuring Kesha. I think she...
Does she go to this place?
I think she goes here with Whitney Cummings, maybe.
Oh, isn't that the first episode?
Yeah.
I did start it, and then I kind of drifted away.
Okay.
I should watch it again. I also noticed how different it felt from other areas in the hospital. Everywhere else, there was so much heaviness, like in the basement where lobotomy patients were taken to recover after their operations, or on the 5th floor dubbed the violent women's ward, where I felt like I was being pushed while passing through. The violent women's ward.
I got to pause you and say, I looked it up, and this was the episode with Big Frida.
Oh, okay.
So if you haven't watched that one.
I like Big Frida a lot.
Yeah, I love Big
Frida. I'll check it out. Lily's room had a warm, childlike energy that was so palpable. Our group, including the tour guide, my 2 siblings, my uncle, and a few other people, stood in a circle in the middle of the room. Our tour guide, let's call her Vanessa, greeted Lily and asked if she'd like to come out and play or say hi. All of a sudden, across the room in a corner where no one was standing or even remotely close to, an electric keyboard piano thing turns on by itself and it starts playing. At this point, we have collectively shit our pants. Poop everywhere. Even our tour guide was a little taken aback because that's never happened before, but it was definitely her way of letting us know that she was present with us. So Vanessa sets down a Magnum flashlight in the middle of our circle, one of those that you can twist on and off.
Yeah, they're for big dicks, those Magnum flashlights.
They're huge.
Huge.
They're huge.
Sorry.
She turned the light on and twisted it so that it would be off. So that it would be off and possible for Lily to manipulate it. As Vanessa asked questions, the light would flick on or off immediately in response. Oh. I remember asking if she likes playing with her toys, and the light came on. This communication probably went on for a good 15 minutes or so. And one of the most fascinating things is how at the beginning of our conversation with Lily, the flashlight would immediately light up super bright or shut off in responses. And as the minutes went by, it seemed that her energy was waning and the light would take a few seconds to fully turn on or off. And by the end of it, it was barely flickering in response. Oh. Just when we thought our session with Lily had ended for the night, the light started going on again and brighter as before. Vanessa mentioned that she thinks Lily has a friend, a little boy who likes to come spend time in the room. It appears through some of their answers that Lily might not be super fond of this little boy.
Oh,
and he might actually like to mess with her, but that they're still friends nonetheless.
Okay. Maybe he has a crush on her, and that's why he's...
Yes, little kid crush where he's like, I better hit you to let you know that I'm into you.
Where we teach young women that that kind of treatment is totally fine. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and like you should really like it. I imagine it's hard to find your people in the afterlife, LOL.
It's true. If it's hard to find friends, at any age, especially a dead age.
Yes. Stuff. There's no... Hey, there might be improv classes in the afterlife. Go meet some people. It's a good way to meet people.
It's true.
Okay. All of a sudden, I felt a bit of a push from behind at the bottom of my backpack. It wasn't subtle, so I wasn't sure if I was making it. Oh, it was subtle. My goodness, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I don't want to give you fake news. I'm trying to do my best.
Please learn to read already.
It was subtle, so I wasn't sure if I was making it up in my head. But as I mentioned out loud what just happened, I remembered that my Nana had packed a gallon-sized Ziploc bag with leftover Halloween candy for us to take on our ghost hunt. LOL. Even at age 30, I'm a whore for candy.
Oh, that is very funny. I didn't realize that's the age we were hanging out at the asylum with our uncle, and I love this.
So fun. As soon as I remembered, I asked if they wanted a piece of candy, and the light turned back on immediately. So I pulled out the bag and set down a couple pieces of each of them. Eventually, the flashlight started having trouble turning off and on in responses, and in a final response, the light barely flickered in a sort of good night. The room went quiet, and we were left with pants full of shit.
Yay!
And the whole ride home, we kept asking, did all of that actually happen? It was wild. I love this story because as much as there's dark and heavy hauntings, there's also spirits like Lily. I love knowing that they treat her with as much care and respect as she deserves. Shout out to Lily. P.S. There's a lot of stories about her from other past visitors. Check out the podcast Lore, which features a Lily story in one of their episodes. Also, I know y'all watch Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters and Kindred Spirits, my personal favorite. They all do an episode at Allegheny. I said it wrong. Allegheny,
I think so.
Whatever. Sorry.
I think you got it. I think Allegheny. Yeah.
I recommend watching those and seeing for yourself just how wild this place. In the meantime, if you're up for an incredibly disturbing story, just look up bedpost murder. Oh. content warning, it's pretty graphic. Weird seg, but that's why I love Trans Allegheny, because the staff there tell these stories to remind us that how people with mental illnesses and disabilities were treated as a reflection of how healthy a society really is. Oh, all that is to say, certainly if you have the chance to go, do it. It's absolutely worth it. I've attached some pictures from my visit. You can see the toys in Lily's room, plus the 2 Snickers that I left for them. Smiley face. I hope they aren't allergic to peanuts. And also a picture of my 8-year-old beagle mix, little Miss Ears for years, Queen Phoebe, Piggy Horse Girl, etc. Okay, and my terrorist cat / sweet baby angel, 3-year-old Munch.
Oh my God.
I'll send more stories eventually, but this took a year of procrastination. So, again, you two are thebomb.com. Love you both. Marcy and Betsy forever. Stay spooky, Jess.
Thank you, Jess.
Thank you, Jess. Wow. Okay.
I gotta say, love looking at this picture of the cat because her nails look actually like
They're beautiful.
The nails are like so prominent though that you're like, yeah, she's fucking people up.
That is so fun. I love our friend Steve has a cat named Fruit who was on the podcast. Oh my God.
Podcast?
The podcast. He puts funny little nails on Fruit Snack, his cat.
Oh, I think these are just natural, or maybe they are painted. You're
you
right.
You think they're natural? Those are like beautiful.
Oh yeah, maybe. I thought they were just like true murder myths.
Oh, and then Queen Phoebe sitting funny.
And then this. So we got the ball. Oh, that's what I think.
Look at how spooky.
The front of the building is what reminded me of the Conjuring Kesh episode.
Okay, I'm gonna look. I mean, look at all these. Oh my God, yeah.
It looks.
I feel I've seen
the
like Ghost Adventures of this. How spooky these pictures are! Spooky, dude.
Ooh, I got chills thinking about it.
I did too. Should we go to West Virginia?
Mountain
I've never been
High.
to West Virginia.
Yeah. Wait, no. What? West Virginia.
Yeah.
Mountain Mama.
Mama.
Yeah.
Take me home.
We gotta go.
Let's go. Let's go. John Denver's telling us to.
Yeah, he's in the wrong state, but whatever, John Denver.
That John Denver's
get in your state. Go to Colorado.
Go to Colorado where your name is from. Come on.
It's always very exciting when someone goes to a place that's haunted and gets like a legitimate like experience.
It's so cool.
Very.
It's so, and especially something like that. Like they were saying, I'm just like, we were ready for dark, creepy shit. But to get a kind of like nice little and like a big communication.
Absolutely.
Is wild.
Absolutely.
We gotta go.
Let's do it.
Let's do a haunted tour. We should.
It's been enough time. It's time. It
is time.
Yeah.
It's dang time.
Should we listen to a listener story?
Let us listen to a listener story.
Hi, Marcy. Hi, Betsy. I love the show. I was listening to the episode with Giovanni, and you guys were talking about bunk beds, and that reminded me. Growing up, I shared a room with my younger sister, and sometimes my older sister would come and spend the night with us, and she would sleep with me on the top bunk. And our bed was right next to the door. And so one night we're chatting, and my older sister is like, "Hey, where are you going?" to our younger sister who's sleeping underneath. And my sister responds, "Under the bed." It's giving me chills thinking about it. From under the bed, "What are you talking about?" And she flips over to me. She's like, "Nothing. She tells me, "Oh my God, I just saw her get up out of her bed and walk out the door." And that we wouldn't tell our younger sister because it would freak her out. And that was the only time that happened. On another time in that same room, that younger sister, I don't remember if it was before or after this, but she said that she got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. And she looked into our mirror and she saw a little boy. And she described him really well. I don't remember exactly. I just remember he had a different haircut than her. She had a bowl haircut. But I slept there my entire childhood and I never saw anything. I always felt very comfortable. Yeah, that's my story. Thanks.
That's so spooky.
Whoa, that's so something's up with that little sister with the bowl haircut.
Yes, that's why you don't give children bowl cuts at that age.
That's why they're
I had
asking
one.
to be haunted.
Oh, I had a bowl cut.
One. I did too.
Oh yeah, I was spooky. I was a spooky little kid with my bowl cut.
Too scary, man. Wow, bunk bed scares.
Also, like
Nasty.
like siblings experiencing a scare is a whole new level of like yuck, yuck, right?
Yes. Yeah. Icky. Yeah. Icky.
I'm gonna read another one. Oh boy!
Nice.
Oh, wow, this one I just kind of picked it at random, but the subject is the family at the foot of my sister's bed.
No way.
And it is not the same person. Wow.
The family at the foot of my sister's bed.
A whole family?
Gross.
Is there even
That
enough room?
sentence is fucking nasty.
I feel like they should get out. There's too many people in this one room.
Too many. And there's too many.
All right.
Too many people.
Let's see what boundaries have been crossed in this email.
Yes.
Hi, Betsy and Marcy. I've been listening to your podcast for many years now, and it's by far my favorite. Yes, we won!
Oh,
Thank you.
Cool.
I appreciate how you guys explore the paranormal in a fun and easygoing way. This has been the one podcast I come back to each week and never grow tired of. That, honestly,
that's
so nice.
Thank you.
That's very nice. Thank you.
Holy shit.
On to my stories. When I was younger, I shared a bedroom with my sister, 2 twin beds on opposite sides of the room. She was about 5 years old and I was 3, so my first-hand recollection of the story is vague at best, but this is something my sister has recounted many times throughout the years. I've always thought her to be more sensitive to the paranormal, and from a very young age, she would often wake me up by calling out to my parents that she saw a hand on the side of her bed or the doll house in the closet with the light on move.
No.
Oh, that made me have chest pains. I'm having a heart attack.
Oh, no.
On this particular night, she woke up screaming that she was woken up by a man sitting on the edge of her bed, tapping her on her knee, saying her name.
Oh, my God. Don't do that.
Behind this man was what she described as a family. Many years later, I was doing research on my own family tree and found a picture of my grandfather, my mother's father. I showed the picture to my sister and she said that was the man who was tapping her on the knee that night.
Oh, I got chills. Okay.
I never met my grandfather since he was estranged from our family. Looking at his obituary, I discovered he passed away the same year my sister had that encounter. My grandfather did meet my sister only once when she was my grandfather did meet my sister only once when she was the firstborn, making her the only one of my mother's children he would have met in life. With all this information, I came to the realization that maybe my grandfather stopped by with the rest of his previously deceased lineage to say bye to my sister on his way out of this world. Maybe he needed to tie up a loose end as a result of not being the best father/grandfather.
Oh.
My second story is a bit shorter, but something that I experienced firsthand. Last year, my mother passed away from cancer. I'm so sorry.
Oh, man.
It had been a couple weeks since I had seen her because I had COVID and needed to stay away to protect her and the other patients on her floor. I was definitely feeling guilty about not being able to visit. That night, I was putting my daughter to bed. The lights were off and just the nightlight/sound machine was on. As I was leaning over to give my daughter a hug, a hairbrush fell from a shelf across the room behind me. My daughter perked up and said, "Mama, was that a monster?" Ooh. While I knew it was no monster. Jeez, kid. Come on.
Big jump to.
Any reason we're saying that right
why
now?
are we saying it's a monster first and foremost?
Pardon my French, but what the fuck? Excuse me. While I knew it was no monster, I had a hard time reassuring her it was nothing. Every instinct in my body was telling me someone was standing behind me in that room. I walked over, picked up the brush while screaming to myself in my head, "What the fuck? Why did that just happen?" And placed it back on the shelf and left the room. Good luck in here tonight, kid.
You're on your own.
Have fun with that. About an hour later, my brother called to relay the sad news that my mother had passed.
Oh.
I think she was in the room that night as I was tucking my daughter. I was tucking in my daughter and wanted me to know that she had passed. I told my sister the next day, and she said there were some strange happenings in her house around the same time as well. Like the LED string lights in her room that suddenly turned on by themselves, flashed for a minute or so in an erratic pattern, and then shut off again.
Wow.
That's all I got for now. I hope you enjoyed reading. Stay spooky and don't shit your pants, Amy. Whoa.
Amy, that was great.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Wow. I like that idea of a presence getting to be in multiple places.
Yeah.
You know, of like, because I do believe it was the mom.
Yeah.
Just having a final, like, I'm here with you. You know, I'll always be here with you. And that's nice that you could be in multiple places doing that.
Yeah. Mom figured it out fast how to bend reality.
Moms always figure it out fast. Moms know how to bend reality constantly.
Gotta go. Bye-bye. Also,
Gotta go.
This is something I've talked about with people before when like they feel any sort of guilt about how someone's life ended. And maybe, this is any comfort at all, but you really can't sum up a lifetime in the last few, you can't sum up a whole lifetime with someone, even if it felt like we're people who are estranged from people or whatever, truly, don't try to sum up someone's whole lifetime in a small portion of it, no matter what.
And it's very like human for us to, and I'm not necessarily saying, but like to look at what the negative that pops out more, way more than the positive.
Right.
Where it's like we could hear positive things all day long, and you hear one negative thing and it sends you through sticks. It like destroys you. Yeah, that's really nice, Marcy. I like that.
Yeah, especially because on the other side you're like, oh, that doesn't matter.
Right, yeah. Like what did matter?
Yeah.
That time we had, Wow. That's good, Marcy. I like that. You got to remind myself that a lot.
When you kill people, that the last thing they see is your face they knife into their chest. They can't sum up their whole.
Come on, that's not your whole life.
That's a hypothetical.
Marcy.
It didn't happen.
Marcy, shush. Stop. Oh my God, I'm going to read one. Okay, this is The Haunting of Walnut Grove.
Ooh.
Hi, Betsy and Marcy. My name is Jimmy. I love you guys and your podcast. I wanted to share a story with you that happened to me and my kids a decade ago. In 2012, my kids and I were struck by a string of paranormal activity after moving onto a property 3 miles west of Walnut Grove. Walnut Grove. I just left Colorado after my enlistment in the military, and we relocated here to help take care of a family member's property. Situated on 5 acres of land were a couple of homes, an old farmhouse, and a barn. Surrounding that was a forest that nobody felt comfortable journeying into at night.
Band of robbers, you can't. They'll get you.
They'll get you. They'll take all your gold. It takes a lot for me to get scared, but something in those woods really hated people entering there after the sun went down.
Ooh.
Ew. the forest felt like it took on a life of its own. During the day, it was amazing. Underground streams at the heart of it, willow trees at the bottom of the hill, and it felt almost enchanting.
I love this place.
Yeah. The activity started ramping up about a month into living there. My grandmother had boarded up her skylight windows due to her seeing a man with a top hat staring down at her while she slept.
Oh my God. I have skylights.
Marcy, board them up. This was unusual, but I shrugged it off and chalked it up to an overactive imagination of an individual that had been living in the middle of nowhere for decades. She also had stories of odd happenings, like knocks, shadow people in the forest, etc. Oh my God.
Yikes.
Nasty. While working in a burn pit one day, my oldest son, 5 at the time, and I heard a deep booming laughter coming from behind my grandmother's home.
I feel like that kid shouldn't be working in a burn pit at that age. Seems a little dangerous.
That is very funny. We rushed to the back of the home to see nobody there. At night, we would hear boot steps slowly coming down the hall towards my bedroom and see a silhouette of a shadow in the doorway. But I was next door tending to my grandmother. Corn snakes finding their way into the home was a weekly issue during the warmer months. Nasty. And my second oldest, no more than 2 years old at the time, started sleepwalking into the master bedroom, stood there for 5 or 10 minutes, then would go back into his room. Nasty. Get out of this place, man. These happenings started escalating, so I brought my family into the mix from a couple towns over. I'm a practicing occultist, and I'm used to instances of high strangeness. However, when I felt that my children were being affected, I decided to not take any chances. Good,
Fair.
Smart. My mother, stepfather, and 2 brothers came out to investigate the area. They all had experience ghost hunting and exploring the darker reaches of the paranormal, so it was very procedural for them. Shortly after arriving, they set up motion cameras in the master bedroom, made the living room HQ, and sent teams of 2 outside to attempt to investigate the woods.
Ew!
While inside, I was showing my mother how touchy the motion camera was, and it would snap photos if the bedroom door even creaked. While chatting and observing the monitor, my toddler son walked into the master bedroom, sleepwalking again. The motion camera never went off, but since they were live streaming to a laptop in the living room, we could see everything. This is fucking scary.
Also,
dude.
This family is the best. This is the best family.
What a fantastic family. Be like, hey, we're all coming and we're all investigating.
I love it.
He proceeded to enter the room, eyes closed, and stared towards the ceiling by the window for 15 minutes. We started freaking out, but I didn't want to disorient and scare him while he was sleepwalking. After he stared at the ceiling, he walked over to the PC that had the motion camera set up. He smiled from ear to ear in a way that sent shivers down the spine before opening his eyes and staring directly at the camera.
Okay. So sorry. Put him back in the burn pit. Put him in the burn pit.
Go back to the burn pit, little kid. At that point, my mother pleaded to pull him out of the room, so I did and put him back to sleep.
Oh, my God.
Meanwhile, outside, my brothers were near the barn. Between the home and that point were overgrown weeds and a tall grass measuring roughly 4 feet high. They stopped dead in their tracks when they began hearing a little girl laughing deep in the overgrowth. The curiosity quickly turned to terror as the sound of the little girl transformed into something deeper and more animalistic.
Oh!
And it was quickly coming right at them. Shit, I messed it up.
Gosh.
Right at them. They took off running in the direction of the home as something was barreling through the weeds and grass right to them. They made it inside and explained through labor breaths what happened.
Oh my God.
We made our way outside looking for anything or anyone that may have been the cause of the incident. Nothing was there, but you could see in the overgrowth where something large had made a path through the middle of it.
Oh my God.
My brothers and I decided it was time to explore the forest.
That now?
A few hours, I know, a few hours had passed since the start of the investigation, and there were still a few hours of darkness left before the sun came up. Armed with flashlights and EVP recording devices, we entered the ominous woods. You don't understand fear until you feel it on a primal level. The kind of fear that electrifies your nerves and triggers your fight or flight response. That's the kind of feeling you would get walking into those woods after sunset. No more than about 10 feet into the darkened forest, we heard something heavy jumping through the trees, cracking branches with each leap. Oh my God. The sound of crickets ceased, and we all agreed that something did not want us entering at that time. We looked around with bated breath until a strong wind started blowing leaves and dust all around us. It felt like something was watching us from every direction. We ventured deeper into the woods and down the hill a little way, but then stopped near the underwater stream. Something was glowing a faint blue light and flittered through the trees. The light seemed to be sentient and gave off a feeling of apprehension. Oh my God. We started feeling disoriented and nauseous, so we backtracked out of the woods and never returned at night.
Oh my God.
I never truly figured out what was happening there, and that the periods of high strangeness started to become less frequent for the 4 years we resided on the land. Since moving, the land was sold and all buildings had been demolished and left to nature. That's spooky. What are your thoughts, Betsy and Marcy? Ghosts? Demons, cryptids, or maybe an aggressively protective nature spirit? The world is full of mysteries, and this one will forever be ingrained in my mind. As always, thank you again for an amazing podcast. Betsy, you have got to be one of my favorite comedians, and Marcy has also the most amazing laugh I have ever heard.
Which is great.
Thanks again.
Because I laugh at you so much.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks again, and I have plenty more stories to share. If you enjoyed this one, try not to shit your pants.
Truly.
You got to share them with us. Wow.
Truly. Send us more. That is so scary. And I do think it was a land spirit. I think it was some sort of other entity, not a ghost or a demon necessarily.
Right. It feels like, something, I guess, bigger than that.
Yeah. And maybe unsure about the family.
Right.
So,
because it started chilling out.
Yeah. Oh God, that's truly also very well written too.
So well written. Like I was seeing it in my mind the whole time. Like it was like a good short story.
Absolutely.
Like, holy shit.
Yikes.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it was like something big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big. Something big coming from those woods.
Thanks for sending that in. That was fucked up, man.
Yeah, please send us more. We love it.
Yes, these were great. Guys, these were great.
So good. Thank you all so much. Keep them coming. We love them. We will get guests soon. Sorry, schedules are a little wonky, but
selfishly, I like this too. But yes,
I
absolutely.
love it. I love just reading stories.
Me too.
And hearing stories. It's the best.
The best. Thank you, guys.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy. And don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.